Welcome to the Sages of Industry podcast with your host, Lynne Brodie. With 30 plus years of Fortune 20 experience, Lynne specializes in strategic activation flow for cognitive peak potential. Each episode features conversations with leaders who have built products and services that simultaneously serve clients, engage employees, and solve real-world problems. Will you be the next global change maker? Subscribe for the latest episodes, and don't miss Lynne's monthly solo series, The Ripple Effect, designed to activate your flow zone for imagination, innovation, and measurable impact. Now let's join Lynne and today's extraordinary guest.
Hi, I'm Lynne Brodie, and welcome to the Sages of Industry podcast, where I usually talk to leaders, but I also do a solo series on the ripple effect for business for world good. So today, we're going to start with a leadership series, the Future Leaders, and what that can really do and help in business for world good and in moving forward. So we're all born with gifts that support and drive our purpose on how we help others. Mine are very distinct that open the flow to your genius zone that create results and getting to market sooner. In this Ripple Effect series, I'll show you each gift that opens your genius zone to get to market faster, plus how they intersect to align advanced leadership. Advanced leadership is not just analytical. It's structural, emotional, cognitive, energetic, and temporal all at once. Advanced leadership requires integrated perception that connects values to the organizational coherence. Through intervention, I help global leaders execute on their core values, accelerating their peak potential. The gifts and abilities given to me that I use to help with this include pattern recognition as a strategic asset, seeing what repeats below the surface, strategic foresight as an early advantage, systems awareness, reading systems within systems, emotional calibration. Effective leaders read emotional tone without becoming destabilized, and cognitive mirroring, where people often struggle to articulate what they already know. Additionally, there's energetic presence without performance. Presence is the ability to stabilize and clarify through coherence. I also bring persuasive resonance and as an influence which depends on language, timing, and internal coherence, along with rapid synthesis, which is strong leaders influence environments through steadiness, not force. And intuitive timing, which is even the right message fails when delivered at the wrong time. Working with me as a strategic flow architect activates your genius zone to become the future leader, to create the conditions for sustained innovation, execution, and impact. In the series, I'll discuss each of the gifts and capabilities area and show a progression, intersection, and alignment that drives the results up to now that have been missing. So some of those areas that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to go into a little bit of summary detail in this first detailed episode. And then as we go through and get to further episodes, we're going to go into each area in detail so that you can learn from it, you can grow from it. And what I like these Ripple Effect series, the solo series, to be snackable so that they're not really large, they're not really long, but people are telling me already that they're filled with so many great ideas that they have to watch them again and again, even though they're only maybe 7 or 10 minutes. They'll get longer as the series goes on and we get more into detail. So in that detail of future leaders, in the categories, in the areas of executive performance, innovation, and leadership activation, leadership begins with perception. Within my abilities, this segment begins as we go forward with pattern recognition, as I had said earlier, strategic foresight, systems awareness, and emotional calibration. Perception becomes influence. It brings forth the areas of cognitive mirroring, energetic presence, persuasive resonance, rapid synthesis, and intuitive timing, which leads and influence becomes organizational capability. For leadership alignment, strategic flow, innovation under pressure, and purpose-driven execution. Capability then becomes measurable impact. Faster decisions, reduced friction, accelerated execution, increased innovation, stronger engagement, and greater speed to market. That's what everyone's looking for. All of those items that align, intersect, and bring forth the greatness and your peak potential within you to get to market faster. Everyone wants to get to market faster so that they can bring forth what it is they're here in the world and their organization delivers to support clients, engage employees, and solve world problems. The Future Leaders Thought Leadership Series will drive executive performance, innovation, and leadership activation. Next week in the series, we'll begin a deeper dive into the perception group. If you want to learn more, and I know you do, because these are all huge areas. They're really not small. And I like to always have said, I'm kind of the bridge where spirituality and business meet, because I have decades in business working with Fortune 100 leaders, their teams, in bringing forth what it is they need to bring in the world, both in sales execution as well as in strategic alliances, and how to leverage their greatness and what they bring to couple together with other partnerships so that they can each bring and intersect their greatness to the world. Everyone wants to collaborate. Collaboration is the key in moving forward. Collaboration is the key to catapult and be a force multiplier of each, so that when it joins together, it becomes something so electrifying and so exponential that people can't help but want to join in, can't help but want a piece of this. So I encourage you to stay tuned, like and subscribe, to follow the series to gain insight. If you think someone else is going to really gain from the series, can learn from the series, can give wisdom to the series, please feel free to share it with them. The podcast is, of course, hosted on Libsyn, but it's also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music. On my YouTube channel, under Lynne Brodie International, you'll find me. So I hope to see you at one of these soon. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Sages of Industry podcast with Lynne Brodie. If this episode sparked new thinking, take one action today. Identify a single opportunity within your business to better serve clients, engage your team, and create measurable impact. Then move it forward. For more conversations with leaders building businesses for world good, subscribe and share this episode with a colleague or peer. And if you're ready to accelerate performance through strategic activation flow for yourself or your team, connect with Lynne to start the conversation. Until next time, lead, build, and execute with impact.